Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like of caution. Young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 8 Spoilers. While the true antagonist of the comedy was revealed in Young Sheldon Season 6, Mima didn't discuss the antagonist of the Big Bang Theory spinoff until Episode 8. It's common for shows like Young Sheldon to run an entire season without a traditional antagonist. Young Sheldon is a sentimental family comedy that frequently has low-stakes scenarios without a villain other than Sheldon's stubbornness and his humorously strict mother, Mary Cooper. However, the show now has a villain who can inflict significant harm thanks to Young Sheldon Season 6. Paige, Sheldon's academic adversary, and Bobby, the 7-year-old who temporarily harassed Sheldon, were minor villains in previous seasons of Young Sheldon, but they posed no threat to the Cooper family as a whole. On the other hand, throughout seasons 5 and 6, Pastor Jeff has been Young Sheldon's first real antagonist, rejecting the family by preventing them from attending church and dismissing Mary after Georgie became pregnant with Mandy. The family members did not bring up this heinous abuse until Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 8, Legalese and a Whole Hoo-Ha, in which Mima at last brought up the subject directly. One of the first occasions anyone in the Cooper family pointed out that this particular church leader was the family's true enemy was when Mima mentioned how much Pastor Jeff had endured. Mary herself did not believe that the church was to blame, even though her struggles after losing the church are sufficient to support Sheldon's atheism in the Big Bang Theory, as the character was exposed to the corruption of organized religion at an early age. Mima asked Georgie if he would listen to the pastor after all that he has put our family through, but she didn't believe that Pastor Jeff had made the decision to excommunicate her. After much silence among the Coopers, Mima finally pointed out that Pastor Jeff was personally to blame for Mary's status as a pariah and the family's ensuing hardships. Mary's strong religious devotion makes it understandable that she wouldn't question the church's decision, but it's noteworthy that Sheldon didn't draw attention to Pastor Jeff's campaign of smears against the family following his vehement speech in the season premiere denouncing the congregation. Given that Mary was fired because of their child, it was also reasonable to assume that little Sheldon's Georgie and Mandy would have been more upset with Pastor Jeff. While it was surprising to see Mima point out Pastor Jeff's role in the Cooper family's struggles, she was the character best equipped to deal with him. Blackmailing him with records of the immoral videos his wife and church elders rented allowed Mima to stop the Young Sheldon antagonist, resulting in Mima's video store escaping the church's wrath. It's hard to see how Young Sheldon will justify Mary returning to church after the mistreatment she faced from Pastor Jeff, but it is nice to know that her mother can keep the preacher in line, even if it proves that the show's heroine does end up back in church eventually. When it comes to compelling storytelling, Young Sheldon has mastered the art of balancing heartfelt family drama with laugh-out-loud comedy. As the show matures, so do its characters and their conflicts. In Season 6, Young Sheldon surprised fans with a nuanced take on its biggest villain, turning what might have been a one-dimensional antagonist into a compelling figure in its own right. But what makes this particular storyline so satisfying is not just the resolution itself, it's the way the show finally peeled back the layers of this character, leaving fans to wonder whether they were truly a villain at all. So who is the culprit, and how did Young Sheldon redeem them in the eyes of its audience? In Season 6, the Cooper family faced their fair share of challenges, from financial struggles to growing tensions between family members. However, the most prominent thorn in their side came in the form of Pastor Jeff, Mary Cooper's boss at the church. While Pastor Jeff has been a recurring character since earlier seasons, he evolved into a more antagonistic figure during this pivotal season. What initially seemed like petty disagreements between Mary and Pastor Jeff over church policies escalated into full-blown conflict. Pastor Jeff began questioning Mary's dedication to her faith and her ability to uphold the church's values, particularly after Mary sought employment outside the church due to financial pressures, worldview putting the Cooper family in an increasingly precarious position. In a shocking twist, young Sheldon turned the tables on its audience in the second half of season 6. Pastor Jeff, who had been portrayed as judgmental and unforgiving, was given a deeper backstory that added complexity to his character. In a heartfelt episode, viewers learned about the personal struggles Jeff faced, struggles that mirrored Mary's own battles with faith, family, and identity. This revelation came during a poignant conversation between Pastor Jeff and Mary, where he confessed to feeling overwhelmed by the pressures of his role in the church. His harsh behavior was revealed to be less about malice and more about his own insecurities and inability to adapt to change. This moment not only humanized Pastor Jeff, but also reframed the entire conflict, forcing fans to reconsider their judgment of him as the villain of season 6. The resolution of this storyline marked a turning point for Mary Cooper as well. By standing her ground and asserting her own beliefs, Mary demonstrated remarkable growth as a character. Her willingness to confront Pastor Jeff and fight for her family's well-being showcased her resilience and strength, cementing her status as the emotional core of the show. Meanwhile, the reconciliation with Pastor Jeff brought a sense of closure to one of the season's most contentious arcs. It also highlighted one of the central themes of young Sheldon: the idea that people are rarely all good or all bad. Even the most challenging relationships can be mended through understanding and empathy, a lesson that resonates far beyond the show's fictional world. By addressing Pastor Jeff's antagonistic role in such a thoughtful and nuanced way, young Sheldon once again proved why it stands out as more than just a sitcom. The show's ability to explore complex characters and relationships while maintaining its comedic charm is a testament to its exceptional writing and storytelling. Season 6's biggest villain was never truly a villain at all, just a flawed individual navigating life's challenges like everyone else. This revelation not only added depth to Pastor Jeff's character, but also reinforced the show's overarching message that even in the face of conflict, understanding and compassion can lead to redemption. As young Sheldon heads into its next season, fans can look forward to seeing how this storyline influences the Cooper family's dynamics moving forward. Will Mary's newfound confidence lead her to pursue even greater independence? Will Pastor Jeff continue to evolve as a character, or will new challenges arise to test their fragile truths? One thing's for sure, the journey is far from over. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.